to receive. So Gabe Wosu to kick off. And we're underway at Happy Valley. And fair catch called for and taken around the 5-yard lines. That'll bring out the Wolfpack. The guy we talked about, Chubba Purdy. At his third school, Florida State and Nebraska. One start last season due to injury. And as Gary said, he feels as healthy as he's ever been, and that's good news for Nevada.
Plays a little differently than his brother does. Not that Brock is not a good athlete, but I really think that, Chubba's got a little bit more explosiveness when he runs the ball.
He's one of the top dual threat quarterbacks coming out of high school several years ago.
All right, the officials got to get warmed up here. Now they put the ball on the wrong yard line. All right, they got it now. They had it on the 20 for a while.
Now we got it all set. Herschel Turner in the backfield with Purdy on first down for the Wolfpack. He'll get the carry. And Turner picked up about 3. So we take a look at the offensive lineup for the Wolfpack. And it all starts at their center spot. Andrew Majrigo making his 34th straight start. The anchor at the center spot. Turner and Woods will be the backs. Jace Henry, he was really playing well until he got hurt in the 4th game of the season last year. And they're happy to have him back and healthy. One of the best inline blockers in the Mountain West. Empty backfield now, 2nd down and 8. Purdy throws complete. Maybe a little bit short of the first down. Bring up 3rd down and about 2. Marcus Bellin on the reception.
Watch this, an easy little out route to the outside. One of the things that Nevada would like to do in this football game, although if you watch them all, you might see them use more up-tempo. Not in this game. They would like to make slow first downs.
They were pretty good on 3rd down a year ago, 45%. They got a 3rd down and short here on their opening drive.
This is, you already want to see how aggressive will they use Chubba Purdy in the running game here.
2 tight ends and a pistol set on 3rd down and 2. Keep it on the ground at Turner, and he's got the first down.
Nice movement up front by that offensive line. 2 returning seniors up front. Brad talked about the center, but also Josh Gabrowski, number 54. Good job, just enough to get that kind of like the academy first down, right?
Yeah.
You make it by a yard, keep the ball, keep the clock running. That's the way that this game would like to go if you're Coach Choate for Nevada.
So opening possession. Herschel Turner picks up the first down. Probably their biggest transfer portal acquisition coming in from Utah State. And this time he's going to be dropped for a loss of a yard. As we take a look at the defensive lineup, one of the guys in on that stop, Gary talked about him, denied Dennis Sutton with Ford, Durant, and Fisher. The linebacking core, as always, a good one. DeLuca, the 3-time captain, with Campbell and Rojas, and on the back end, A.J. Harris developing one of the best corners in the Big Ten.
Yeah, a little surprise here for Penn State with Collins, number 2, winning that starting job. Talked to Penn State people, the other corner had a great camp, and he earned it.
2nd down, 11. Purdy, the quick sidearm toss to the outside and a screen, and almost busting through there. It was Marcus Bellin again. He did get out to the 40-yard line.
One of the coaching points when you throw these quick screens here to make it almost a running play is you got to get it quick to him with pace. Otherwise, those inside linebackers will eat it up. Nice job there. Quick release, almost like a second baseman, but get it to him with a hard throw. You can't lob that ball.
Another 3rd down, this one longer though. 3rd down at 6.
What is Jim Knowles, 2 defensive coordinator? What does he do? He's got a 3-man look, but only 1 guy down in the stands.
Trips to this near side. It's a quarterback draw all the way, and Purdy showing the wheels and a first down.
Yeah, I thought we might get the run on the last third down play, but not surprised right here with that look. Quarterback draw is always one of those plays. Let's see how many guys they bring on this play. There's only one man and a three-man stunt. They brought four, but from different directions. That's the way college football is played right now. Put about 7 guys up there, and you don't know which 4 are coming. Good job by the Nevada's offensive line to pick it up, and you can see what Purdy brings to the offense.
Picked up 7 yards to get the first down. In his one start last year against Hawaii, he was their leading rusher with 41 on the ground. Kai Woods now in behind him. On 1st and 10. Play action. Purdy rolls, got away from Dennis Sutton, and he drills a shot.
Nice play.
And a first down to Jet Carpenter, the second tight end.
That's one of the transfer from Eastern Washington coming from the opposite side there. I thought he was going to give the ball to the fullback right away, but when you come back and relocate, that's a tight throw.
Man.
Could have been a problem if A.J. Harris would have seen it, but a well-thrown ball. This is a naked. They're letting Sutton run free at the quarterback, but he turns and throws it perfectly again.
Good-looking opening drive.
Yes, it is. It's going to take at least 5 or 6 minutes off the clock as well.
They said they'd see a lot of 12 personnel for the Wolfpack, and they got 2 tight ends in there again. On the ground, cut back, Woods, and the ball came out and is covered by, I thought it was covered by the Wolfpack, but it's picked up by Harris. A.J. Harris has got it for Penn State.
You're right. I thought a couple guys for Nevada had a chance for that football that time. I thought Josh Gabrowski, number 54, had it, but it bounced right off his chest. Oh, put the helmet right on the football. That's what you work on all the time.
Then it got punched.
Yeah, punched out by Sutton. Excuse me. Dennis Sutton comes from the backside and punches it out, and it's a mad scramble.
Then it looked like the Wolfpack had it there.
Yeah, I thought it was Gabrowski, but he didn't get it.
A.J. Harris did. Penn State with a turnover. They were great in that capacity a year ago. Defense now for the first time this year. 9:46 to go in the first quarter. Drew Aller at the controls at quarterback for Penn State from the 31, and it's Nick Singleton off the left side, and Nick goes for about 4. One more time, take a look at that defensive play that popped the ball loose. Denied Dennis Sutton. Punch it right out of there.
I know, and it was like Dennis Sutton really wasn't pursuing that hard. The guy kind of backed up into him. And then if you go to a practice nowadays on any of these teams, it started in the NFL, but it's all over college football. They all practice that punch out from behind.
He had 2 forced fumbles and 1 recovery a year ago. He's got a gem here, a forced fumble in the first quarter. Aller, quick throw to the outside, complete the first down. That's one of the brand new wide receivers.
Yeah, let's just be quiet here, Brad. The fans will enjoy that pass out to the wide receiver. These are really sophisticated fans here.
Kyron Hudson came over from USC with his first catch in the Navy and Whites.
Somewhat of a Bronx cheer. Yes, that's what we need.
Well, last year they relied on number 44 to get him 104 receptions. That was Tyler Warren. And they didn't get that much from their wide receiver core, but they've got 3 transfers in here they're really high on. He's one of them. Here's an end around. There's another one. Pena, and he's got a first down. And he comes courtesy of Syracuse.
Well, when you start putting an offense together, remember at Penn State this year, everything is measured by winning a national championship. But you could tell on his first drive, Andy Kolonicki is establishing everything about this offense.
Yep. Andy admitted to us, he said, man, I got stars. I got to keep all of them happy, including his quarterback. First down. They've worked it to the 39-yard line. Aller, quick throw to the right, complete. It's Hudson again. Drew, his 30th start, 23-6. Last year, 30 total touchdowns, 8 interceptions. His completion gear downfield got bigger. A couple years ago, it was dink and dunk, and we kept saying, you know, when is he going to rip it and let it loose? And last year they started to do that. Nick Dawkins, the captain at center. And there's the new receivers, all highlighted for you. Ross Pena Hudson.
Yeah, here goes those 6 offensive linemen in the game right here. Part of the package. That's how they mash you.
Singleton wide to the left, and he'll get it down to the 30. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. As you take a look at the Nevada defense, it's trying to slow down this opening march by Penn State. Thomas Whitty, Gary mentioned him. He's one of the captains, a 6th-year former walk-on. Combs and Smith, the linebackers in the back end for the Wolfpack. Kenyon coming in, he's a transfer, and they made him a captain, so a lot of respect for him in his first year in Reno. 3rd down and a yard. Penn State last year about 46% of their 3rd down conversions. They go quick snap. Nick Singleton goes quick first down.
Yeah, I didn't think the Wolfpack were ready for that quick snap right there. I think Penn State has 2 plays together here. They're going to go quick again.
Empty backfield this time. Aller, the throw to the outside is Singleton. And he's got it down near the 21-yard line.
So remember, those 2 plays are called. We're going to run a quick ISO play right for the first down, and when we make it, we're coming back with a quick pass to the outside.
Yeah, they weren't even in their stance.
Nope. And Cooper Collins was in the game as an extra offensive lineman, and he had to stay in the game.
Now 2nd down and 5. There's the mix of run and pass on this opening drive that's taken 3.5 minutes so far. And now Katron Allen checks in at tailback. Hudson, the motion man. Aller looks to the right, now comes back, and he'll tuck it and run. Diving forward is going to be about a yard shy of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Whitty in on the tackle.
A lot of talk this year about how Drew Aller has lost a little weight, went in the weight room, stepped quicker, but you know what it's going to be like, right? That's just going to come down to a 2-minute drill in these big football games. Make those key throws, make those 3rd down throws. You got to have the whole package, but to win it all, you got to make those key clutch throws. Extra
lineman in for Penn State, and Allen spins his way for the first down and almost popped it out the backside, got to the 11. Cooper Wilson holding on for dear life, or number 13 might have taken that to the house.
Katron Allen reminds me of a player I played with at the Cleveland Browns, Ernest Biner. He's the heart and soul, the physical presence of this football team. And coach, this team knows all about it, and so does the coach right there in the press box, Andy Koldenicki. He says these 2 guys, they're different, but they're the heart and soul of our physical game.
And they're best friends, they're roommates, they're both in there together right now, but it's Katron split out as a wide receiver, now comes in motion. They fake it to him, and Aller to the end zone, broken up. Intended for Hudson. There was some traffic in there.
Surprised he didn't go to Luke Reynolds on the other side of the field. Thought the tight end was wide open on the play. Let's see where this throw hit for Hudson. He made that great catches in traffic, a little bit behind him, and he couldn't handle it. I thought the big tight end was where he needed to go on that play, and he saw that it was close.
Yeah, Luke thought the same thing that you did. 2nd down and 10 at the 11. Allen, Singleton both in there. It's Katron Allen down to the 6. Looks like Penn State's going to go hurry up again. They need to get to the 1-yard line or the end zone. 3rd down and 5. Drew Aller. He got to the 1. 1st and goal. Tough run. Had to go through Whitty, or try to.
He did put his shoulder down. You said it. He got it, and he got it by inches. Take one more peek. Anything go down first? Didn't look like it, did it? They always check to see if a knee goes down before the ball goes down.
He's going to have to readjust his play calling sheet on his wristband, because that popped out too. 1st and goal. 13th play of the drive coming up. Singleton. Touchdown, Penn State. Nick Singleton on the board.
I think they called it no touchdown.
Whoa.
They might look for a review here. Because let's see how this played out. Singleton gets hit. It stood up, falls back. Oh, I think he's in.
He's in by 2 feet.
We're about 70 yards away, but I think the officials are having a rough start from this game.
I do too.
Yeah, he gets in with second effort here. He backs his way in, and I think for sure, I think even the Nevada fans will say that's a touchdown.
I don't know any farther he can get in.
Exactly.
He couldn't even fall down. He was so far in.
One more step, he'd have been in there far enough to hand it to the back judge.
From up top, Nick Singleton. Gene Steratore is with us, as always. Gino?
Yeah, that's, you know, I always try to look to see where the officials on the goal line are viewing it and see if there's bodies between, and then they're reluctant to make this call. But as you guys clearly said, when he spins and backs in, he's a good yard or two in. I think Gary made a great point. He almost could have handed the ball to the back judge there for the touchdown, fellas.
Good to talk to you, Gene.
Good to have you back with us, buddy. And that massive humanity, as you see, all the Penn State offensive linemen are single a touchdown. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to officially get the touchdown here in a second. Matt Richards is our referee. Jason Boykin is our replay official.
13 plays, a lot of nice things. The only thing that I think James Franklin is going is, really don't want my quarterback taking those hits in the first game of the season.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
After review, the ball carrier crossed the plane to the goal line, resulting in a touchdown, Penn State.
Now we get the official word.
You know, Ness, I'm happy, and all you folks that don't know Brad as well as I do, I wanted it, not anything against Nevada, to be a touchdown, because Brad gets in a bad mood if he's right and they get it wrong. Right, partner?
I wouldn't say a bad mood, more surly.
Frustrated, all right.
Something like that.
Let me call Nancy and see what exactly it is.
Ryan Barker in for the point after. And the kick is up and good. So remember, Nevada had a good drive. Woods camps under it. A couple yards deep, he'll take a knee. And they'll bring it back out to the 25. So good-looking drives by both teams. The problem for the Wolfpack is they dropped theirs on a lost fumble after going 44 yards in 8 plays. And after that fumble, 13-play, 69-yard drive for the touchdown. But on that opening drive, Chubba Purdy looked good.
He did. Good mix of plays. You know, one of the goals here for Nevada is to keep this Penn State defense just guessing. Just keep them guessing what you're doing, what the formation is, where the strength is.
Purdy looks over to Turner and now comes back across the goal. The ball is out. Penn State's got it again to the 6-yard line. And it's Zane Durant, the All-American defensive tackle.
Tried a tight end middle screen, and then right at the end, Chubba Purdy goes, I think this is Zane right here. I think that's him. He tries the tight end middle screen. There's a little thing, and then he tries to get rid of it, and he does not do it very well.
Zane Durant all alone with a reception and the return. So 2 big plays by 2 of their best defensive linemen here in the first quarter. Denied Dennis Sutton with the forced fumble, and now Zane Durant with an interception. Xavier Gilliam is the guy that applied the hit on Purdy, that forced that ball to just aimlessly end up in number 28's hands. First and goal. Quick throw to the outside, and down to the 4 goes Trevor Penn. Haven't seen a lot of this from Penn State, at least we didn't last year. The hurry up, and they're moving. Katron Allen will get the carry. Katron Allen inside the 1.
Yeah, don't you have the feeling right here that they're going to feed Katron Allen for the touchdown?
Yep, they got Singleton his 33rd career rushing touchdown.
They're going to run the same play.
Number 2. Oh, the ball comes out, and Aller has to cover it back around the 10-yard line.
I mean, that was definitely a hurry up, and it was going to be the same play because Drew Aller was moving the wide receivers out there going, same thing, we're going to stick it in. And all of a sudden, the snap was way off.
And a good thing that Drew 6'5", or that might have ended up in Nevada's defensive hands. So that's going to force a field goal now. Ryan Barker, who was 15 out of 18 a year ago. A 28-yard field goal attempt to try to make it 10-0. Barker's kick up and good. So Penn State adds to its lead. After the I spent a lot of time in that old booth. Luckily, we haven't completely fallen down ourselves.
Right, or we're not coughing as much as we used to.
That's true. Yeah. Now it's time to head to Adam Zucker for a Jeep update in New York. Zuck.
Hey, Ness, I hope you like the new booth there. The reigning Big Ten champs are on the board in 2025. Jaden Lamar trying to fill the shoes of Jordan James, going in for an Oregon touchdown against Montana State. We'll see the Ducks next week here on CBS against Oklahoma State. They also visit Happy Valley late in September. Guys, hey.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one, Zuck. That'll be a whiteout here when the Ducks comes to town right now. Penn State with a 10-0 lead here in the first quarter. Purdy with a full backfield whipping from the 25-yard line. Going to be a little option. He'll keep it. Nice cutback. Got out to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, great read that time, too, because he was reading number 33, denied Dennis Sutton on the play. And Sutton is crashing so hard from the right side on the play. Watch this right here as he comes crashing in on the play. And all of a sudden, that's how you run the option right there.
Dennis Sutton, a long line of those edge guys. Of course, he and Abdul Carter were the twin ends a year ago. Abdul, a New York Giant. First-round draft choice after being the Big Ten's Defensive Player of the Year a season ago. Second down at 6.
Oh!
The crash continues.
Same pull this time. This time, Herschel Turner is seeing number 33 come right at him. Chubba Purdy pulls the ball, but there's other defenders on it.
Turner's going to go at Purdy, and if you're going to get me nailed like that, why don't you give me the ball?
Well, either way, he was going to get nailed on
my
that
goodness.
play.
Wow.
Man, that is a fast start from the edge.
He is having a quarter right now.
He and Zane Durant, as good as you will find in college football at defensive tackle and defensive end right there for this defensive line at Penn State.
Here comes a blitz. Sutton's going to be offsides this time.
I don't know if there was other people in the neutral zone on the play, and Nevada reacted.
Offside.
Yeah.
Defense number 33 in the neutral zone, causing the offense to false start. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Yeah, Zach Kokenauer, number 76, is on the right side, and he says, "Oh no, I'm not letting you have a free run." We only traveled with
Big Ten on CBS. 10-0 Penn State, and third down and 5 for the Wolfpack to open the second quarter. Purdy in trouble. Dennis Sutton giving chase. Got to the 30 and knocked down there by Dominique DeLuca. Flag on the play.
the speed on this attack against right tackle Kokenauer right there, just around the quarter. He bends
Offense
down.
Number 55. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is a fourth down.
So it's fourth down.
Comes around that corner. You think you got him, but when it does that bend, and it almost looks like he speeds up like a car on a racetrack, turning the corner, just can't handle it. by that Nevada offensive line.
So punting time for Bailey Etheridge, 27-year-old freshman punter. I said 27-year-old freshman punter from Australia. Coaches call him Grandpa. The team calls him Uncle. So Unc with his first punt. And it's a good one. Spin move, and a knee went down, I think, by Pena. He's still running, but I thought his knee went down after he spun away from the first defender, the gunner.
I mean, that's
player able to move the ball a little bit, but then 2 turnovers. How do you clean up your play?
Yeah, 2 turnovers and 2 drives. I mean, obviously, you know, the shot on the ball, we had a productive run, and then I didn't love the call. You know, probably a little bit better drive starter. They sniffed out the screen. We're trying to dirt it. Chubb is getting hit as he throws, but I think we're calming down and playing. You know, I was really proud of our defense, the way they made him earn it on the first drive, and then obviously did a nice job of standing up. Like I told you, Penn State's going to make some mistakes too, and so proud of the way our guys are competing in a tough environment. Let's get going.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
I would agree with everything he said right there. First down, Penn State. They did pack up the punt return where his knee went down. A nice throw by Aller out to Pena.
You're going to see what the NFL scouts love about this arm right here. Good cushion this time to the outside. Pena has plenty of room, top of the screen. He's going to get this pass about 12-yard out, but the ball and the throw so nicely put right to the outside. That's where you like to catch it if you're a receiver. High right on the forehead.
So Pena's made his presence felt already here in the first half at the wide receiver spot. Katron Allen got a couple more after that 14-yard pass play. Maldonado in on the stop defensively for the Wolfpack.
The only surprise so far for me in the game, Ness, for Penn State is a little bit more no huddle than I remember from last year. Interesting, right? I mean, what we remember from Master is Ty Warren.
Exactly.
But it seems like a little bit more of an attack with the no huddle so far in this game.
That's Pena in motion on second down and 8. Allen behind Drew Aller, and the pistol set blitz coming. Aller getting some heat, and they got to it. Drew will go down.
Yeah, good job by the defense here for Nevada. Nowhere really to go. First throw taken away. Drew Aller's protection is decent to start. And then he's looking around, really nothing. Feels the pressure and then runs right up into the sack, basically.
And Lapati's the guy that knocks him down.
But give that one to the secondary, and as Coach Choate was talking about, likes the way his defense is fighting in this game so far.
Trying to make them earn it. They're going to have to earn this third down. Third down and 10.
They're going to get a head start because the reaction by the left tackle that time, Shelton, movement from Maldonado caused a 5-yard gain.
Offside. Defense number 99 in the neutral zone, causing the offense to false start. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Yeah, I think it was
number 9.
It was Maldonado, not
yeah,
Whitty.
It was number 9. Watch him right here, right at the bottom of the screen. He'll move.
There's his takeoff.
Yep, there's the takeoff.
And Whitty's still in his stance, so it was 9, not 99.
Yeah.
So a little bit easier, as Gare said. Third down and 5.
And also brings into play that they could go 4-down territory now on 3rd and 5.
Going to move the tight end. Katron Allen's going to follow that tight end, and he's got the first down.
See, that brought the running play back into the football game, because if you go gain 2 or 3 yards, you can run it on 4th down. From 3rd and 10, you cannot call this play. So it gives you more options to take advantage of when you get it into 3rd and 5. That penalty, a big penalty against Nevada.
No doubt. First down, Nittany Lions. As we approach 11 and a half to go first half. 10-0. The number 2 team in the country with the lead. Back in Wolfpack territory at the 48-yard line. Now the offensive line shifts. So do the running backs, both Singleton and Katron Allen. This is Nick Singleton with a burst off the right side. Good game. Down around the 41-yard line. This Thursday, escape on the ultimate getaway with NCIS Tony Enziva. Hunted by hackers and assassins. Good thing espionage is their love language. That's coming up Thursday on Paramount Plus and CBS. Is a throw complete. Downfield to Kyron Hudson.
Great timing on this throw from Drew Eller. As you watch the route to the outside, but now put your eyes right here on the quarterback when he throws that ball, because he anticipates the route and lets the ball go for the completion. I promise you, that's exactly what happened. I just didn't pull the trigger.
I agree with you. A bunch of receivers to the left side, and Aller goes that way and got it down inside the 15 to Pena for a first down.
Well, this is like the opposite offense of what Penn State ran a year ago. No huddle, number one, and no tight end so far, number two.
Under center is Aller from the 12-yard line, and the whistle stops play.
And Nevada takes a timeout.
Timeout, Nevada. They're first of the half.
Just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Second quarter.
Yeah, those last two pass plays. Here's the first connection when Drew did such a good job of getting that ball out on time. Kyron Hudson, the bottom of the screen, running the stop route. Bang, that ball's on the way before Kyron turns around, puts it right on the shoulder. Then they go hurry up. Kind of a fancy play here. Wasn't there. They wanted to go to the tight end down the middle of the time to Dinkins and drop it off to the outside. Good quick thinking, good execution by this Penn State offense.
Now they got a first down at the 12-yard line of Nevada. Two big turnovers, a forced fumble, and an interception has helped them to the 10-0 lead. Katron Allen on a sweep and broke a tackle. Allen to the end zone.
That's what I'm talking about.
And kicked the door down.
That power, the way he runs, he just delivers the ball. That was just after he delivered the ball below to the running back. Well, that's interesting, because when he reaches the ball out to touch the pylon disappears, and he really doesn't touch the pylon.
Our AT&T pylon cam is right there with the defender, and
yeah, they're going to take a peek at
The
this.
previous play of the runner crossing the goal line is under further video review.
Because he never gets an opportunity to touch it, because Hayden McDonald, number 22, is the guy that makes it disappear. If it had been there, I think he would have touched it, but you can't assume. So I'm going to say no touchdown.
I'm going to say touchdown.
All right, good. I like to have the lead. Brad and I are driving back after, and I'll have the lead 1-0. Gene, you want in on this?
Yeah, Gene, you want in on this?
You know, I'm not going to miss an opportunity to judge between you and Brad right now. Opening day, are you kidding me, Gary?
Well, what do you think? With no pylon there, what are they going to do?
Well, without pylon there, you're still as if the pylon exists, and by rule that football, because no body part from Katron Allen hits the end zone, the football must either cross over that pylon or inside, and we're seeing him reach now right here. Naturally, you said contact, pylon disappears. It is the ruling now of that replay official of whether that plane of that pylon would have gone up or the ball would have broken it. This is a great angle. Right there, I'm going to give him the touchdown, fellas, and say a piece of that football goes over the top.
I love you, Gene. I love you, Gene.
No, you cannot assume that stuff. You know what that assume means, right?
Yeah. Well, we're going to leave it up then to Jason Boykin, our replay official.
That is pretty funny, though.
Call on the field was touchdown. Call up here was touchdown.
Well,
yeah.
The loser has to sit in the third seat in the back of the car.
All the way to Harrisburg.
Yes, all the way to Harrisburg. I eat last when everything gets cold.
Here's the whole play from a different angle.
After review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown is upheld.
Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Matt. Richards.
It's a long season, that's all I'm going to tell you, okay?
72-yard drive and 8 plays. And Katron Allen in the end zone and through the pylon, Cam, and the pylon, and the defender. And Ryan Barker in for the point after.
We kept showing the end of it, but the middle of that play, when Katron Allen is delivering those Powell, Zach Okenauer, trying to block tonight. Dennis Sutton, his head is spinning.
This will be returned. And a good return it is. Ramsier.
And let's be serious about this a little bit. If you're Nevada, you got to give them a little bit of help. You need to put a tight end over there and help the offensive tackle. That quick corner to the quarterback by number 33 is not a formula to work.
And Chubba Purdy will bring him back out. I know Jenny spent time with both Purdys this week.
Yes, I spoke with Brock Purdy about advice that he gives to Chubba. He said, be yourself, trust your eyes and your footwork, and play with that chip on your shoulder. He wishes he could be here today. Brock's in San Fran watching from the couch with his wife, Jenna, and their baby, guys. I got more after the play.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got to ask you a question that everybody's probably wondering about right now is Chubba Purdy with a nice run, and Purdy got the corner.
He's got jets. He does have quick speed, doesn't he? Run away from the side that's been bothering you, kind of turn the offensive line to Dennis Sutton and then get outside.
18 yards, and Chubba's really not his real name, is it, Jenny?
No, his real name is Preston. He earned the nickname Chubba when he was just a year-old. Guys, he told me he weighed 38 pounds on his first birthday. His dad, Sean, gave him the nickname Chubba. It stuck. His parents told him he was so big, he couldn't even roll over.
Well, he just rolled for 18 yards right there, so he slimmed down considerably. Best play of the day so far by Purdy on the offense. To the 48-yard line. Now sidearm throw out in the flat wide receiver screen. And it's Jordan Brown.
Back-to-back big plays.
Brown takes it all the way down inside the 25.
Offensive coordinator David Gilbertson here got a little bit of from Coach Choate, said I didn't love the first down call on that screen, but he's dialed up a couple nice ones here. Good job by Bubba getting the ball out quick, nice and low by the knees, and turning upfield. He's got blockers in front of him.
And a 28-yard pickup down to the 24-yard line.
Nicely executed.
So the Wolfpack's got something working here. Let's see if they can keep it alive. Caleb Ramsier in the backfield. Purdy in the shotgun, low snap, handled off to Ramsier, and he broke free and spins down inside the 20.
Penn State makes an adjustment. They move, deny Dennis Sutton to the other side, comes in quick, but not quick enough. Ball's off, and they get another positive play.
Ramsier was a walk-on last fall. Went a little over 100 yards rushing on the season. Nice spin move there. And so the first three possessions were fumble, interception, and punt. And now they've got their best drive going as they're in the red zone. Ramsier stays in there. From the 17, Purdy, look out from behind. Ball is out, incomplete. Well, it doesn't matter which side he comes from. Number 33's been a nightmare here in the first half.
I just said to play before they switched him to the other side. Give the other tackle an opportunity at it. Watch the quickness from the outside again. Just hard to judge and get a handle on this guy. And he gets around and makes the play. Woo, man.
He is having a first half. Everybody expected him to be the next Abdul Carter, and he's showing us that right now. Not that he wasn't great last year with Carter. He had 8.5 sacks last year and 13 tackles for loss. It's just that Carter had 23 and 10.5. Third down and 3. Purdy, quarterback draw, and he's got the first down and then some. Down to the 11-yard line.
Nice block by Caleb Ramsier that time. Running the ball well, but this time he's the lead on the quarterback draw that makes the block. Watch this right here. This guy gets the block inside. That's what makes it go. There's a bubble there to begin with. Takes advantage of it. Gets up inside, and that's why Chubba Purdy can get to the outside.
Amari Campbell just got a shoestring tackle on his ankle to bring him down. And they can get a first down now at the 1. They're 11 yards away from the end zone. First down. Full backfield. Woods and Ramsier flanking Purdy. It's Purdy on the option. He'll keep it and gets inside the 10 to the 9.
You know, it really is a challenge, and it's going to be a challenge all game for Nevada to move the ball if they don't keep running the ball at quarterback. And You know, that adds up. I mean, it's effective, but you're taking against this defense at Penn State, you're putting your quarterback in a lot of harm's way every time.
Kind of like Haynes King last night for Georgia Tech.
Amazing.
He had an unbelievable game, but I bet he doesn't feel that good physically today.
Takes as many hits as a running back, Haynes King. That might be the only formula today for Nevada.
Second down and 8. Rams here is going to lose a yard, courtesy of Colin Dinkins.
Deep snap, a little bit of a delay, and inside, just penetration all over the field that time, getting into the backfield.
So now brings up third down, and they've got to get, as I said, to the 1 yard line for a first down, 10 yards away from the end zone.
This formation doesn't look right.
Here comes pressure on Purdy again. He got away from it, trying to get rid of the ball, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. Dominique DeLuca ran him out.
Yeah, I thought the tight end might have been off the line of scrimmage on the play. Could have had 5 people. I thought this was questionable right here, whether he was off the line and too many people in the backfield, but they don't call it, and there's really no one to throw the ball to. Good coverage by Penn State.
So Wolfpack going to try to get points on the board here. They'll go for the field goal. Joe McFadden. His first year in a Wolfpack uniform, he'll try from 28 yards out. And the kick is up and good. So McFadden with his first field goal for the Wolf. All right, thanks, Zook. And here it's 17-3 after that field goal by Joe McFadden, 28-yarder. And he gets a pat on the helmet, and he looks up at the goalpost and says, well, that felt pretty good, you know. It wasn't that long ago. I wasn't wearing a uniform. I was doing something else. Jenny's going to have more on that after this kickoff. And this one will be returnable from about the 8-yard line. And Khalil Dinkins on the return. It might be McFadden that's got to save it, and he missed the tackle. Cut back by Dinkins all the way to the 15-yard line.
Well, McFadden showed some quicks, I will say that.
Khalil Dinkins, unheralded player. He's basically a tight end. He doesn't look like a tight end here. I think that might have been Matt King.
I think it is too. I think it's the.
It's got to be.
It's 15, I believe, right? Yes. 16, but it's not the tight end.
No. That
would be really impressive if it was Khalil Dinkins. But boy, that was McFadden's running as fast as he could. He showed some great angle to get there.
That's King Mack, the guy that was at Alabama. On that return, 74 yards. And dropped at the 21-yard line is Nick Singleton. And McFadden making an attempt on getting that kick returner on the ground. But Jenny, he was not playing football not that long ago.
You almost had him there. You never know where you're going to find a starting kicker or a guy that can run down a player these days. High school, junior college, even Twitter. And that is where Nevada found Joe McFadden. He played 2 seasons at UConn. He was working on Wall Street. And just a few months ago, he posted a video of himself kicking balls under New York's RFK Bridge, hoping to catch a coach's eye. Now, Nevada's special teams coordinator found it. They gave him a call. McFadden quit his job the next day, and now he's known as the Wolf of Wall Street, guys. So good.
The Wolf Pack of Wall Street in Reno instead of Wall Street. Here's a throw. Nice tackle. Big hit on Nick Singleton. So they stop Singleton. That time Cook in on the stop.
Yeah, I tell you, when you talk about wrapping up these skilled players for Penn State, coaching staff and Coach Cho talked about it's an 11-man job. You know, it's not going to be one-on-one tackles. We all have to run to the ball. When we get there, wrap up, hold on, wait for help.
This would be a big stop for the Wolfpack if they can prevent this 3rd down and 13 after that long kick return by Mack.
Quick motion indicator whether it's zone or man. They're going to get zone.
Eller, plenty of time. And now he's going to run with it. Drew Eller will be pulled down at the 10-yard line.
Early decision here by Coach Franklin.
Whether to go for the field goal or not, it's going to be short yardage on 4th down.
They're going to go field goal.
Spattering of boos with that move here at the stadium.
And as you mentioned, though, that was a great answer by this Nevada defense. The second time, by the way, the turnover before, this was just like a turnover, the long kickoff return into plus territory. Both times holding Penn State to field goal made, and here a field goal attempted.
Barker hit the first one from 28, this one from 28 inside the left upright. So touchdown field goal. First 2 set up by defensive plays and turnovers. Kai Woods will bring it out. He had a nice return last time. He's got another pretty good one here.
And that's one of the strategy here. A little better of Booz not going for it. But James Franklin looks at the clock and says, I got 3 timeouts and a 2-minute timeout. If I hold him here, I'm going to get the ball back and give our offense a chance for a 2-minute drive. I think that's what led him. He's going to challenge his defense to get a 3 and out and get the ball back.
Good call. Time of possession is a little bit deceiving. Total yardage too, but as I mentioned, those 2 turnovers, a big help because they didn't have to go very far to get one of the field goals.
And Nevada needs a timeout to get out of the half. They'd love to go in with this score. Resting their defense. They've only had to defend 27 plays so far. They'd like to end that way.
Kai Woods. No, that's Herschel Turner. They haven't used Turner that much so far. And that will take us down to the 2-minute timeout. Saquon, but she makes a mean smoothie. That's our girl.
That's the only thing I do at the gym, guys. I make smoothies. It was such a fun day of filming, and I think they saw what I could do at the gym, and they said, "Can you just like get in the background and try and squat?"
Well done.
Anything else from you?
Well done, Jennifer.
It was fun.
Saquon, one of the all-time greats here, obviously, at Penn State, and what a season last year with the Eagles.
Tonight, Dennis Sutton not in the game here. Let's see if Nevada has some time to do something.
2nd down and 8. Purdy on a counter.
Here it is.
Didn't go anywhere.
We get a timeout from Coach Franklin now. And he did.
Ty Blanding just blew that one up.
Yep, he's going to get exactly what he was thinking in his mind. Remember, this is a team that is preparing themselves to win a championship. To get a 2-minute drill right now at the end of this half, might be able to get one, get Drew Aller with a 2-minute drill with his new receivers, and maybe not, play a couple series in the second half and get out of there.
Boy, you talk about a bull rush by Ty Blanding. He just blew up the offensive lineman on his way to that tackle. The star of this game so far defensively. You can pick a few guys, but number 33 certainly one of them.
Totally. 2 new tackles, Krokenauer and Foster, both transferred in from Idaho and Central Arkansas, and they went, yeah, I didn't see anybody like that at where I was playing before.
He's back in there now on 3rd down and 12.
What side will he go to? He's going to go to the offense's left side. He's matched up against Jack Foster, number 55.
It hasn't mattered which side he's been on so far. Well, he wasn't in his stance at the snap. And this one's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage anyway by Mari Campbell. The linebacker making back-to-back plays.
Yeah, Mari Campbell brought in as a transfer from UNC, taking over for Kobe King. Makes the tackle.
Take a look at that last play behind the defense.
Yeah, he's right over here is going to make the play, but pretty well stuffed inside. Neither defensive end were ready for the snap, but stuffed inside, nowhere to go, and Campbell cleans it up.
As you mentioned, transfer from North Carolina. He cleaned up what could have been a mess. Looked like it was going to be a quick opener. Now it's a punt coming up from Ettridge. Just going to get out of the way of this one, let it bounce around. Takes a Wolfpack roll down around the 37-yard line.
And Penn State and Drew Aller could not have it better. A minute 41 to go and get a 2-minute drill.
Well, for the first time ever, the MTV Video Music Awards are on CBS. Don't miss the live event of the year. CBS presents the MTV Video Music Awards Sunday, September 7th, live on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Offense could not give that defense a chance to get out of the half.
There's Drew's numbers. Hasn't had to do that much, but has been effective. Being an empty backfield here. And now Nick Singleton will join him. Little shovel pass inside to Singleton, and Nick goes out close to a first down. I think he's got it.
All quarterbacks call that a drive starter, a 2-minute drive starter, just to get it going. Get that defense reeling just a bit. Very effective play.
Aller, another quick throw, another completion. Now 10 out of 11. That one goes to Kyron Hudson. And as Gary said, the 2-minute drill, getting an opportunity, still have a timeout remaining. Aller, just a 3-man rush. Drew rips it to the outside to the tight end, and that's a first down to Luke Reynolds.
Secondary receiver wanted to go back downfield this time, wasn't there. Came off to the secondary receiver.
Aller. That time off the mark, intended for Hudson.
A.J. Odoms that time. Great job at corner for Nevada. Fifth-year transfer out of UTEP. Watch him at the bottom of the screen right here. He's got a tough matchup, but he forces the receiver outside. It's exactly the way you're taught. Use that sideline as a friend.
So a minute 3 and a second down and 10. Katron Allen in the backfield as you look at Drew Aller.
The only transfer and quiet so far is Ross, number 5 right here. He has not caught a ball yet.
Transfer from Troy. Aller, the deep drop.
Boom!
Rips it and almost intercepted.
All right.
That had some smoke on it.
That's like about a 35-yard strike. It's like the center fielder throwing a one-hopper down in there. Boom! Just off a bit, but what a rip. Trevor Penn stops it. Now remember, these receivers in court, this is new, okay? But that was a gun.
No doubt.
Could have been caught. Wasn't perfect. But boy, you got to love that if you're an NFL scout.
Third down and 10. Aller an empty set. And directing traffic. Drew loads, reloads, throws complete. This one's Reynolds again, short of the first down. And State still one timeout. Clock running down to 45 seconds. And they're going on 4th and 2. Eller sidearms it complete. First down.
I thought Devontae Ross would get one in this drive. He hadn't had one yet. Beautiful job getting the first down. Go no huddle. Trust your quarterback to do the read without having to hear anything from the coach in the helmet.
3 wideouts and the tight end Reynolds in a slot on first down outside the 31. Aller scans the field and now loads and goes to the end zone. Touchdown Penn State, and it's Kyron Hudson. Perfectly executed 2-minute drive by Drew Aller and company, and the Nittany Lions add to the lead.
This is what we suppose, but James Franklin wanted in this game is get ready long term. I just don't feel it's played very well by Odoms here this time. Takes his eye off his man-to-man coverage. He had safety help, but he kind of got drawn. I don't know, that looks like a bust to me. Yes, I don't know what they were doing with that coverage. The no huddle and the hurry up kind of got him.
Barker's extra point is good.
You got one safety playing one coverage and the corner playing another.
So James Franklin, as Gary said, got what he wanted. The timeouts, another chance for his offense, and Drew Eller and company made it pay.
There's losing, and then there's being the loser. Game time comes with enough pressure. Way too often, people are betting on sports, losing, and taking it out on the athletes. Only a loser would harass college athletes after losing a bet. But it happens almost every day. Root for your team. Get crazy when the buzzer sounds. But don't harass anyone because you lost a bet. It's time we draw the line and put an end to the abuse. Brought to you by the NCAA.
Drew Eller had to wait almost to the end of the second quarter to get his first touchdown pass of the season and the 54th of his career at Penn State. But, man, that was a well-executed drive.
Yeah, that whole thing was impressive. You know, some good hard throws, fourth down throws.
Covered 64 yards in 8 plays. Didn't even have to use their last time out.
Right. Directing traffic. He was handling the offensive line, turning him to the left. That's exactly where the blitz was coming. He turned him outside, made sure Drew Shelton knew where the blitz was coming, was able to come back the other way and throw it. He did just about everything on that, different arm angle on that play. Yeah, he showed a lot, and Penn State got a lot out of this drive. Remember, 3 kind of games that people are criticizing Penn State. Remember, game 4, Oregon.
There's his numbers, including the touchdown at 31 yards.
Uh-oh.
And that ball, the whistle blew. Purdy was just trying to get rid of that.
Second down.
Yeah, that's like that triple option with the pitch being an overhand throw, and that almost came back to haunt him.
It was intended for Jordan Brown, sort of.
Oh, and he tried to hold on to it. You could see that he tried to pull it back.
Got lucky on that.
He did.
2nd and 10.
Oh.
And that play blown up.
We've seen a lot of this, haven't
Going all the way back at the 10-yard line.
The deep handoff, the time it's taking to get the deep handoff at Penn State defensive line is just there.
Eni White, number 45 on this one. Watch how quick this happens. Bang.
Wow. Eni White, just to tell you the type of talent, we all know this, the big teams like this, he's listed
The booth.
It's called presidential privilege. If I want to mix scoops, I mix scoops.
That's right. King Mack, who had a 74-yard kick return, is back with Cam Wallace as the 2 deep men awaiting the kickoff of Joe McFadden. And we're underway, 3rd quarter. This one will be fielded right around the 10-yard line by Mack. And this time he gets out to the 25, and that's where Penn State will go to work to start the 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the booth, everybody. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson. You just heard from Jenny. Gene Stewart tours with us. Kind of went in the first half, partner, like we expected it to go. Very efficient for Penn State.
It was a nice fight early by Nevada. The defense good, but overwhelming the defensive line. We saw what they can do. I think the big story is the transfer wide receivers are for real. This is a different team this year for Penn State.
That and the Jim Knowles coordinated defense, which has been spectacular so far today. And Katron Allen, 10-yard gain on 1st down. Katron picks up 10.
Yeah, you just look behind that offensive line, pulling guards, that time following, this time the tackle. Drew Shelton, nice play.
Aller to the air and a perfect strike.
That ball went 25 yards from the far hash, right on the button again. I always found out, wait a second, when I was in college, I had trouble making that throw because of the college wide hash. When you get in the NFL, it's even tighter. It's easier to throw that ball either side, but he's showing he's got the arm strength to do it.
Well, he had sensational numbers last year with the exception of a couple of games. The loss to Ohio State.
You know what he reminds me of? His size and his arm strength? Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep. His favorite player, he says, at quarterback is Josh Allen. He's built a little bit like him, too. At the 48, first down. Quick throw, and complete to Pena again, and another first down and more.
Listen, when Oregon gets that tape, so Penn State will play 3 games that they will be heavily favored to win. Then they get a bye, then they get Penn State here. I guess it's a whiteout, right, to get to the Oregon game?
Yep.
This is going to look like a different offense than what everybody faced a year ago.
Aller's going to pull this one down. There's going to be a holding call in the backfield, it appears.
Yeah, Drew Shelton that time, number 66. It was a late call as Maldonado was coming around the corner. Shelton did love it, but when you come around and drag him down, they're going to call
Offense
it.
Number 66, 10-yard penalty, second down.
Hasn't been a lot of penalties so far in the game, which is good. It's our game trends presented by State Farm. There's Drew's numbers into the second quarter, including the touchdown throw in the final seconds. Katron Allen, Nick Singleton, 1 rushing touchdown each. And Chubba Purdy's done what he could, but he hasn't had a lot of time, courtesy of the defense of Penn State. Now both tight ends, Dinkins and Reynolds, go out to the right side. First down at 20 after the holding call. Aller's going to pull it. And Drew broke one. Oh.
Yeah, I would not want this happening if I was my head coach at Penn State. I would say, Drew, we don't need that right now. We got a 17. We want to play 16 or 17 games this year, and we want you playing every one of them.
That shot and that shot and that shot you didn't need.
Right.
But he got the 10 from the penalty back.
I mean, you know, if it's fourth quarter in a big game, Big Ten game, you got to do it.
Yeah.
But right now, I would like him to get in the pocket. If it's not there, throw that ball away.
Some heat, got around it, throws on the run, a little wobbly and incomplete.
Oh, they called it a catch.
Oh, they did?
They did.
Wow.
Kyron Hudson had maybe the catch of the year last year in college football. This wasn't quite like that, but it was a good, if he does it, let's see if he does. Oh, I don't know. I don't think
he's out of bounds.
I don't think he had control of the football.
The ruling on a completed pass is under further review.
That was a good hurry up by Penn State to get up there before it could go reviewed, but the replay official smartly stopped it. I don't think he has control when he finally catches the ball and controls it. It's close though. Yeah, closer than I thought, to tell you the truth. If only there was a pylon there, I could be sure.
Oh boy, come on.
Yeah, he might have got his toe down.
I think it was coming up when he was controlling. Gene, what do you think?
You know, I'm going to go with the catch here, fellas. I think that toe was still down. And really, when that ball hits the hands, I think he kept it secure throughout that time. You know, I mean, great job. Left toe. He's up like a ballerina there. That toe was down on the ground.
Gene, just a question here. I really don't know. Is it when the ball touches his hands and the toe is down, or after he controls the ball where the toe is?
Well, it would still be a control thing, Gary, but when we get into these frame by frames, then the question is, like, when does the control actually begin?
So it's
right?
not...
Because you're looking at it. It's not right when it touches the hand. You've still got to see someone grasping.
He surely
did.
After
further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. It's a completed pass and a first down.
Yep, good call. That was a heck of a catch.
It looked like he didn't have it, but as Gene said, he not only touched it when he had the toe down, but it looked like he controlled it easily the whole time.
His body control is just unbelievable.
Yes.
You don't think this is even possible, really. And there it is, dragging. He's got it, and then he goes out. So great catch. Now, you mentioned the one he had last year at USC. That was unbelievable. Yeah. So it's completion at first down, right at the 20-yard line. Katron Allen is wrapped up, and he gets about 3 out of it, actually.
Yeah, we talked about, Ness, the difference in this football team when you get a guy like this transfer. There's that catch against LSU in the opener last year. But he showed all year the big body. He's going to, you could throw to him in traffic and be very confident when you're throwing the ball.
You can see that confidence Drew Aller has in all 3 of these transfer guys so far.
You know, the not play and that throw, he showed his escapability, by the way, on that throw as well.
2nd down and 7. Play fake, throwbacks. Oh, whoop. That one got blown up. Nice defensive play. Beautiful job. And it was Kenyon who blew that up.
Yeah, Trevor Pena that time catching that little screen to the outside, but Kenyon that time comes up, and that's how you're supposed to play safety. Beat the blocking tackle to the play. You're faster before the offensive tackle gets to you, make the play.
Mervyn Kenyon started at San Francisco Community College and a couple of years at Idaho, and last year at Sacramento State. They made him a captain after he came in the transfer portal. Good-looking player. 3rd down and 8. Hudson, the motion man. Aller trying to avoid the pressure, comes back to his safety valve. It is Katron Allen.
And nice job by this Nevada defense right here, okay? Go into zone coverage, put a little pressure with just a 4-man rush, force the dump off. This is exactly the way you're supposed to play zone defense here. Drop back, and force the short pass, and then come up and make the tackle. Wonderful defense at time, just enough pressure by the 4-man rush and force a field goal.
And the field goal will be a 32-yard attempt. Parker's hit 2 of them from 28. Let's see if he can keep his string perfect. The left footer to try to make it 30-3, and he does. So Penn State's opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
One of those teams that are picked to be in contention this year. Rick Neuheisel on their Tuesday show actually, I think, picked Dante Moore, their first-year quarterback, starting this year as a Heisman candidate. If he plays like that, Oregon's going to be in the middle of this thing.
Well, if he plays like that, we'll have fun next Saturday, won't we?
We will.
Either way, we'll have fun. 30-3. It was a 60-yard drive and 9 plays to get that 32-yard field goal. Gabriel Wosu, college football's biggest kicker. At least I always think that. Will kick off. Kai Woods will take it around the 2-yard line.
Oh, man.
He maybe shouldn't have taken that one.
I know. I hate those low hits right on the knee to a kickoff return guy.
That was a true freshman, Darius Dixon, who put the hit on him.
Just think about those guys running full speed like that, and bam, right to the knee. You know, one guy going 20 miles an hour, and the other guy coming at you at 18 miles an hour, right on the thigh.
Well, he popped right up. That's good. Two turnovers early is what spotted Penn State. A 10-0 lead that stretched to 17-3, and now the 30-3 margin as Purdy takes it on the run, and we run it down to Jenny.
Well, at the half, Jeff Coe told his Nevada team to compete and improve. He said the goal coming in today was to have a clean game. Clearly, that has not been the case. He did praise his defense and Chubba Purdy's play, but he said when it comes down to it, I don't care how this team came off the field. What I care about is how they're coming back on in the second half. Guys, he wants them to compete their butts off here.
And they got the stop on the first series to prevent a touchdown. I'll see if they can get something going offensively. Chubba Purdy on the ground and in the air, but they just haven't had enough of any of it so far. Purdy slings it out, sidearms it out. It's going to be a first down to Jordan Brown. And Jenny was just talking about Coach Choate. Jeff, in his second year, we were asking him about his influences in college football. And he said, well, Will Muschamp and Chris Peterson. We said, could you get any two guys on opposite ends of the spectrum?
I feel like this is like a long way between the two.
One rather mild-mannered and one, let's just say, not.
Right. Said he loved working for Will, though. That was a great tribute he made to Will. We all do love Will.
Yeah, we do. I mean, his sideline.
He is fun to be around. Unless you're on the sideline and you busted something.
That's right. Midway point, third quarter. 1st and 10, Wolfpack from their own 27. And Turner's going to be dropped down, and the ball is out, and Penn State's got it. Denied Dennis Sutton his second forced fumble of the football game.
I mean, they are making these plays happen 4 and 5 yards in the backfield. Let's see if it was denied Dennis Sutton, excuse me. Takes on a block with one arm. Is he down? He might be down. I think his knee might have gone down. It's really close. What a play, one-handed. Ball comes out. Yeah, ball comes out first.
Zeke Wheatley's the guy that covered it.
Wow, what a play. Takes on a blocker, then with his other arm, makes the tackle and forces a fumble.
Tell a story about Dennis Sutton after this play if nothing happens from the 16. Drew Aller, something might happen though. Got it out on the flat, down the sideline, knocked out of bounds. Trevor Penn.
Watch Drew on this play right here. He wants to go downfield, down the field, and then he just sidearms it out there. What a play.
1st and goal at the 1.
They're going fast again.
Nick Singleton to the corner. Touchdown, Penn State from a yard out.
See, this is where you have a veteran quarterback and the microphone in the helmet, right? And you just say, go quick, run this play. And then your veteran gets up there and runs it. Don't have any goal line defense. But boy, this throw that he makes, he's looking downfield, and then guns and sidearm. Look at that. Quickly turns.
And then Nick Singleton caps it off, his second rushing touchdown of the day. And going for 2 is not going to work. So we'll leave it at 36-3. Jackson Smolik was in there, quarterback. So the only thing they've missed on is a 2-point conversion so far today for Penn State. Nice job by Maldonado to break that up and prevent the 2-pointer. Nonetheless, after the fumble recovery by Wheatley, Nick Singleton from a yard.
Good after that.
Kai Woods, who took a big shot on his last kick return, he hasn't been shy about bringing the ball back. I know that. This time it's going to hit the end zone to bring it out to the 25. And one of Nevada's famous sons, Nate Burleson, our own, who wore a few different numbers when he was at Nevada as a wide receiver and then on to a brilliant career in the NFL. And he's here today, and you're going, oh, what's Nate doing here other than he's a former Wolfpack player? Well, he's got kids. He's got 2 kids on the team, and he's with Jenny right now.
All right, we were just watching the record of that with emotion in your eyes. Now, of course, we all know you as the former NFL player, the broadcaster, but what is it like being the dad on the sidelines to your 2 boys that are suited up?
You guys are going to make me cry. I'm supposed to be enjoying the game. No, it feels good. My sons have been working their butts off to be here in this position, here at Penn State, up against an absolute juggernaut. It's just really cool to see.
Now, none of them took your number. Are they trying to create their own legacy?
Yeah, they definitely did. My oldest son, Nate, who's a wide receiver who you're seeing on the left, he said, Dad, I know you got a lot of records at Nevada, but I'm going to break them all. I was like, okay, son, I like your confidence.
I love hearing that. Now, what is the best piece of advice that you have given them?
Stay locked in. There's so much that you can control, but in college football, there are so many things that are out of your control. Look at today. It's quite out of control. You're playing against Penn State. There's a reason why they're number 2. I talked to them at halftime. I said, you'll have an opportunity to make a play. When that happens, show up and show out.
Love hearing that. Now, you are an incredibly busy man. You are all over the place. We got the NFL Today kicking off next week in Green Bay.
Hey, now.
What are you looking most forward to?
Micah Parsons in a Green Bay jersey? Jerry Jones, thank you for the gift. Perfect storyline for CBS Sports. No, I'm excited for the season. You know, we know that football is king. I mean, just look at, we're here with 100,000 watching a college football game. The NFL season is around the corner, and nobody does it better than CBS.
That's right. Nate, thank you so much for joining us here today. Best of luck this season. Good luck to your boys. Thank you.
I'm surprised Nate's got a day off. He works all the time, doesn't he?
He had to borrow one.
Yeah.
Us ex-Lions are good talkers. That's all I'm going to say, right?
He took a vacation day to come and watch his kids play.
Nate played for the Detroit Lions, and we learned how to explain things after games.
And Purdy goes down, and guess who got him?
I don't have to. Look at that.
This is just crazy.
You just wonder now just how much longer is this craziness going to go, because clearly this is a mismatch, and this guy is just better than anybody else on the field.
Relentless. Number 33. Man, I thought he was good last year, but this is something special today.
We asked him, why Penn State? He rattled off about 6 edge guys in the NFL.
Yeah.
He goes, that's why.
That's why. The punt just got it away. Ettridge fielded by Pena, and a nice run back. Held onto the ball, both arms around the football, and gets it right back in Wolfpack territory. 4:47 remaining in the third quarter. This is going to be Penn State's 8th possession coming up. They've scored on all previous 7. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown.
So everyone really for Penn State is as advertised, I would say, wouldn't you think?
I think so. I mean, I've been really impressed with Drew Aller today.
Nevada,
Sutton's been out of like
different world.
A different world.
I mean, LeVar Arrington's here. He's impressed.
First down at the 45. Aller. And on the run is Nick Singleton.
That's a part of this offense they haven't even touched in this game. Both Allen and Singleton are really, really good receivers coming out of the backfield.
He caught 41 passes last year. Now he's got it on the ground. And he's got it to the 21-yard line. And the new look Penn State is without Tyler Warren, who had 104 catches for over 1,200 yards. And the rest of the receiving group was less than that. But the receiving group for the portal today, the guys we've seen, have been pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what I think the coach wants them to do right now. Right.
The guys they brought in this year account for 198 catches, 2,446 yards, and 23 touchdowns last year, as you look at Ross, Pena, and Hudson across the board.
And how about what Andy Koldenicki said? We looked around, and these were our first 3 choices. Right. We got the first 3 guys we wanted out of the whole country. Nice to have a good team, a good offensive line, and a senior quarterback coming back. You can attract some good players, and maybe a little money.
Kyron Hudson's career high was 6 catches against UCLA last year. He's matched that today. Here's a shovel pass inside. Didn't go too far with that one.
Funny is we've not seen them featured in this game, but Andy Koldenicki talked and raved about what his 2 tight ends will be this year.
Right.
He said, I love them both. They're different, and they are going to be weapons throughout the season.
And, of course, we were asking him the question about how you replace Tyler Warren, and he bragged up his tight ends, and Gary and I were still looking at each other winking like, well, it doesn't get much better than 44 did last year. Right. This is a 39-yard field goal attempt by Ryan Barker, who's been perfect today from 28, 28, and 32. Kick on the way, just inside the upright, and he's good again.
Coach Choate wanted his team to keep playing that deep. We think we're going to go to the championship, and that means we got to be prepared to play maximum number of games.
And it's been 12 years making this depth. We're going to use some of it, so we have guys fresh when we need them at the end. That'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at our news and notes from around college football. Army got shocked by Tarleton. Ohio State a winner over #1 Texas today. And our old friend Lee Corso.
Yeah, I am standing up and clapping.
I am too.
Corso, I'll tell you that right now.
And he made the right headgear pick today with Kirk Herbstreit at his side. And he called it 14-7. Great career as a coach, an even better career as just an unbelievable personality. I had the I had the pleasure of working with Kirk and Lee on football video games
That's
together.
right.
Man, we had some laughs. I'm telling you, that was a lot of fun for
What I
about
liked
10
about
years.
Coach Corso, he never changed. He was the same way as a coach.
Yep. So Lee, have fun in retirement. You did it well. Purdy, I guess he didn't step out of bounds.
Well, Tom DeLuca that time thought he had an angle on Chuba, and he missed. He's got to be like a 4 or 5 guy.
He's fast.
He really is.
He gets to this corner and he just takes off.
And DeLuca thought he had him.
Oh, right there, he stayed in. Whoa, that one was close. Anyway, 22-yard pickup.
That was pretty impressive.
He's their leading rusher today. He's been their offense. 106 total yards. So Chuba's doing what he can.
If you're Nevada right now, you're just trying to get better. Every play, when Coach Jeff Choate talked to us on the phone, he said, I want our team to be executing better at the end of the game than the beginning of the game. And they've continued to work hard. We want to take this game and get better for the rest of the season. The goal, I think it's reasonable. Can we go to a bowl game,
right.
6-6?
As you said, they sure haven't quit defensively, forcing field goals from Penn State. This is the highest-ranked team they've ever played. Penn State coming in at number 2. Purdy fires deep, and he's got it.
Beautiful throw.
Inside the 20-yard line. Drilled it to Marcus Bellin, his top receiver.
Yeah, this is a gunner. He knows he's got man-to-man coverage, high free safety. He's got to put it on a rope, and he does.
Pick up a 32 yards to the 20-yard line. Now they'll empty the backfield. Throw inside behind his intended receiver that time. And that was intended for Nate Burleson.
Yeah, this was a perfect throw. Couldn't put too much air because the defensive back would have made a run at it. A lot of second and third players out there on this Penn State defense right now. I don't know. Do you see a starter out there at all? I don't see one first look. Yeah, DeLuca's, but I think DeLuca's playing Mike now. He's playing a different position.
Yeah, he and Campbell both have to have a green dot helmet because sometimes they're out there together and sometimes they're not. So that means Campbell has to have 2 different helmets. Purdy scrambling around trying to make a play. That one's tipped in the air, incomplete. It was intended for Jordan Brown.
I mean, every play, if you're a quarterback playing this thing, everything is contested. That ball was coming pretty hard, pretty tough ball to catch if you're that close for an interception.
So 3rd down and 10.
You know, in this case, if I'm calling plays and I'm the coach, I'm giving them 2 downs to make a 1st down. I just would use it as experience against a good team.
Purdy across the middle, throws a dart, and it's a 1st down.
That's one of those, I don't know if this is by design or not, but it looked like they were pretending they were pointing, and maybe that's part of the play. Let's see, he's pointing, he claps, and then no,
I don't think he was ready.
The center was off base on that one. The Jargle.
Lucky that he caught it and got his hands on the football enough to deliver this.
Absolutely. Kind of a cool play. People start doing that.
They'll put that in the repertoire.
Point out and protect the snap, and then everybody's just standing there.
65-yard drive so far. Might be the last play of the quarter. It's Purdy's call. He got it down around the 7-yard line, and that could be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Pretty cool drive here. Started out by that long run by the quarterback, and he had a great throw in this drive. This is Brock Purdy's best drive. Excuse me, Chuba Purdy's best drive.
You knew that was coming sometime. Sure Brock's watching. Had to get you in there. Still encouraging his team during that break between the 3rd and 4th quarters as they continue to play hard. Outmanned, but not giving up at all. Purdy in the shotgun at the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal. Going to throw it away. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a Jim Knowles all-out blitz that time.
Kenny Woosley was coming off the corner and got right in Purdy's face.
Newly signed ex-Ohio State defensive coordinator, now calling the defense for Penn State. That's exactly what he's always done in these key plays. He expects his defensive backs to play man-to-man, and he's coming after the quarterback.
Pennsylvania native from Philadelphia area, Jim coordinated the #1 defense in the national championship last year, and now in the Big Ten at a new spot in a different color, navy and white. Purdy to the corner, not quite, incomplete. It's 4th and goal.
Threw a flag on the play. I don't know if they called a pick. They called a pick, but they weren't throwing it to the player that the referee called the pick to.
They were throwing it to Marcus Bellin. Here's the call.
Pass interference. Offense number 0.
Yep.
That penalty's declined. The result of the play, 4th down.
So it's 4th down and goal.
Oh yeah, you just got to go for it here. You don't want to kick the field goal. Get an extra play, an extra rep going against good football players.
Rams here with Purdy in the backfield. The tight end and 2 wideouts in tight on the left. 4th down and goal. Purdy throws high and hits the crossbar, incomplete. And he took another shot from the defense.
It was a late delayed blitz right in his face on this play, and it made the ball go high. Adjustment right at the end off the slot gets him in there. That ball sailed. Aggressive defense.
Now look at our IHG Hotels and Resorts game recap. The defense has been sensational. And a 39-3 score here in the 4th quarter. Brad Nussler, Gary Danielson, James Franklin getting closer to number 2 on the all-time Penn State list to pass Rip Engel, and Joe Paterno, of course, is number 1. And you know he'll get a game ball for that, and we're going to give you a game ball for your performance today. No, coach is going to.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yesterday I wanted those. Yeah, it was very nice. Penn State people, James Franklin, offered me a job right after that.
Yeah, he did. Analyst.
Analyst.
Yeah. Well, that's what you've been doing for 36 years, 30, whatever.
Except it's 80 hours a week.
He's not going to do that.
This is about 12 hours.
You have to golf in between all of that. So, anyway.
Good last year.
Nice game.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be
We're going to grind all the way. We want to call some ball, right? We've got a good career together. We want to finish calling every game the way we started.
This is our 17th year together. And a new quarterback. We expected that to happen. Ethan Druckemeyer is in at the controls. Cam Wallace is tailback, and Wallace. All these guys now, obviously, you know, you're going to say they want to get as much time and energy as they put into practice and everything. And there's Drew's final numbers today. And he threw a couple of those away, actually.
So I know we got the backups in. We want to feature them, but we also want to sign off on Drew Aller's the story for this team, basically. It's kind of been the story of college football. We talked about this. A veteran quarterback coming back his senior year.
We've seen that happen before, and sometimes that one more year coming back ends up being your best one. And that's what he's hoping for this year. Druckemeyer
nice play.
Got it out in the flat.
Another nice play.
Cam Wallace.
Quarterback handles the pocket, very nifty. And then if you want carries around here, you got to show you deserve it.
Oh, wow.
Cam Wallace is ready. That's a familiar number. You just got to do it backwards.
Yeah, you got to jump over a guy like Saquon backwards, but I think Saquon's going to say that was pretty sweet.
Impressive, but backwards, you know. I mean, Jenny only goes to the ice cream shop with backward jumpers.
First down, Nittany Lions. Ruckemeyer out in the flat. That one's dropped. Incomplete, intended for Liam Clifford.
No way Jenny does a commercial unless you can go backwards like that.
From our AT&T pylon cam, a third look at a great hurdle job by Cam Wallace. Yeah. Oh, the guys are loving it over there. That's what it's all about. You get your chance, you go out, you make a great play like that, and your buddies greet you at the sideline. Corey Smith this time. He got a couple. Let's take a look at the Modelo game changer.
Yeah, Drew kind of showed the growth of these quarterbacks and what they're looking for. Read the defense, make the quick decision. We know he can throw. Making the different throw when it's not there. This was a side armor, led it perfectly, and then just being patient. You don't have to scramble, keep your eyes downfield, and throw it to one of those big guys you went out and recruited this year.
Nice job all the way around. Ruckemeyer looks to the sideline. Change the play up. Corey Smith switches to his right-hand side. Back to throw. And on the run, delivers a strike again. And a first down. And Rappleyea is still going. Got a flag down. Andrew Rappleyea, the receiver.
Kind of a tight end slash receiver, right? One of those H-back type guys.
Yeah. Pick up a 27 on the play, and the flag. Here's a call.
Illegal block in the back, offense number 2. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. The result of the play is a first down.
So you can back him up 10 for the block in the back.
Liam Clifford, Sean's little brother, wide receiver here at Penn State. Coaches talked that he's going to earn a lot of playing time this year. Yeah, he did. Kind of started out looking like he might get his helmet across there, but as I was looking at it on my extra camera over my extra monitor over here, I think that's a good call.
Pretty much backups in at every position for Penn State.
Oh.
What a strike. That one is
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Dinkins got a first down.
Yeah, this is how you got to throw the football. You want to earn playing time, and Coach Franklin said there's going to be a battle all year for the backup. But watch this throw.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Threw it right over the top of the linebacker and right on target.
Yeah, that's how you throw the ball. That's how your receivers, by the way, come back and love you. Give you a hug in the huddle. Thanks, man. Get that ball to me fast.
A 24-yard pickup. So both Reynolds and Dinkins, the tight ends with catches today, trying to replace Tyler Warren from a year ago. Backpedaling is Cam Wallace. He didn't hurdle anybody backpedaling, but
Ness, we were talking about going a jump from your junior year to your senior year. Remember this? We did these games in '93. The difference between Kerry Collins as a junior and how he was as a senior, that was an undefeated team. A lot of people believe that Penn State and Joe Paterno, this was his best team.
Yeah, that '94 team, I think they were ranked #1. We did the Indiana game. Indiana almost beat them. They dropped them to #2, and it may have cost them the national championship.
They pulled their starters earlier, and the game was closer than it looked.
And then they put Collins back in.
Right.
Said, uh-oh.
But that's that kind of story. You know, we've seen it. I mean, Joe Burrow wasn't a first-round pick as junior.
Right.
J.J. McCarthy from his junior year to senior year.
Yeah.
Will Howard, you know, I mean, last year. That's what you're looking for. These guys are coming back. I mean, Vince Young, same type of a deal,
Sure.
right?
Yep. And this guy might have his best team ever. That's what the fans think. That's what most people around the country think.
But you know, we've watched a lot of this. It's going to come down to 2 or 3 games, 3, 4, 5, 6 clutch plays in the fourth quarter.
Corey Smith got whacked.
Woo!
And Stone Combs, this fits his name, he just stoned him on that one.
Kid. I don't even, side. 33.
Nobody touched him.
Yep. Kind of a bust, and that's a second offensive line. It's not quite as clean as when you got those guys who have worked together for a couple of years.
Druckenmeier and the offense started this drive, remember, at the 6-yard line after the failed 4th and goal by the Wolfpack. So they moved it all the way to the Nevada 23. Druckenmeier loads, fires, and completes it. Down around the 13. That's going to be Tysier Denmark.
Yeah, they're kind of talking about that Tysier is going to be a great player here for Penn State.
That might have touched the ground.
Yeah, that might have skipped.
Tried to get his arms under it. And I guess they're not going to look at it. 4th down and 2. Druckenmeier under center. The toss. Trying to get to the edge is Corey Smith, and he got there.
The Chris toss got the guys out in front. Snap the ball, get it out. The quick pitch. There he goes. Everybody's running.
Now they're getting up to the line quick as well. On 1st and goal at the 7. Quarterback draw. And that only got him a yard or so.
Just wanted to add another one. You know, even Dylan Gabriel last year for Oregon. I mean, those guys that have played out their career, and that's what Drew's trying to do this year for Penn State.
Druckenmeier to the corner of the end zone, too high, and completes. That was intended for Clifford.
Yeah, kind of like where he put that ball that time. If it was going to be either Clifford was going to get it or nobody else, because you could feel that corner sinking under it. If it was lower, that was a potential interception.
That brings up 3rd down and goal.
Drew's smart. He's watched the game with his offensive lineman. Right?
That's a smart move all the way around.
Just stand there.
Maybe dinner with their offensive lineman.
Well, he's got enough money.
I think so. Yeah. Druckenmeier scrambling around. He's going to try to do it himself. To the corner. Did he get there? He did. Touchdown, Penn State.
It's a pretty misty drive here. Ethan Druckenmeier, highly recruited. By the way, I'm pretty sure he has the same quarterback coach as Drew Aller that he trained by.
So they go from the 6 to a 6-yard touchdown run. 94 yards and 15 plays. Good looking drive. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, he showed a little bit of wheels there too. You know, they don't have Bo Previlla from last year that, transferred to Missouri. By the way, Bo had himself quite a game.
Sure did. Here's a true freshman in for a point after his first point in a Nittany Lion uniform.
Signed their #1 player in ranking, Gavin McKenna, Penn State. I mean, this is a good game.
And the women's team's playing Robert Morris that day, too.
Back-to-back.
I wonder if they'll have 107,000. I don't know what the configuration. I tried to find that out today, but I don't know.
A little windy. It's going to be a little windy.
It's going to be a lot windy. You get a little air under the puck, you could hurt somebody. Well, I don't know, but you'd have to be a survivor to go to a hockey game here on January 31st. Survivor's back on September 24th. This season, 18 players make their mark on Survivor history. Worth playing for? Survivor returns CBS Wednesday, the 24th September, at streaming on Paramount+.
Yes, we do the Sun Bowl. We got a whole month to get ready for this.
We'll do one on December 31st and then do the hockey game on January 31st. A.J. Bianco in at quarterback now for the Wolfpack. And they keep it on the ground. And nice second effort run by Ashton Hayes. With 7 minutes and change remaining in this game. Wolfpack last year, I mentioned earlier, they were 3-10. They were winless in the Mountain West. But I said to Coach Choate, I I said, man, you talk about being close on cigars but not being able to smoke one. They had 6 losses by 7 points or less last year, and he told us, hey, we got to figure out a way to finish. And you know what they're finishing today against, they're outmanned. They have played hard today. I give them credit.
And Coach Choate knew what he was getting into coming here.
Yeah.
This is going to be a 2 or 3 year rebuild, and the goals are to be a player in the Mountain West, right? Compete for the championship in the new Mountain West.
Bianco, nice throw to the outside, completes it. Let's see if they can find 6 wins to get to bowl eligibility. Here's what their schedule looks like.
All right, got to win the next 2, not to win the. How about 3? Can they go 3-0 here?
And then they hit the Mountain West. Boise State's already lost a game, so they're not going to be number 25 anymore. Jenny?
Well, you guys started the 4th quarter by showing a video of Choate giving his guys some love and motivation. I've been seeing it all day on the sideline. Before the game, he said, I need to keep my poise as a coach. We need to be able to catch these guys when they fall, because they will fall. That's just part of football in general. Guys, he said his #1 goal is to take care of his people and add value to their lives, and you can really tell that he cares.
Yep, no doubt. He was co-defensive coordinator, linebacker coach at Texas from 21 to 23. He was a former head coach at Montana State. He was on Chris Peterson's staff. We talked about the influence of Chris when Chris was head coach at Washington. And this is it's a tough gig.
And he also said, you know what I want? I said, what do you want to say? Guys watching this game, they're out there. He says, I want the players to say these guys competed the whole game. I want to be a part of that.
That they have.
Going for it, 4th and 1, or are they trying to draw them off?
And they send a man in motion. The clock's running down. And did they take a timeout?
And I think there was a legal procedure, to tell you the truth.
False start.
Yeah.
Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
And the right guard is the guy that jumps. So Chubba Purdy's day is over, and he did everything he could. 7 out of 15 passing.
The best part of Chubba Purdy is that smile right there, because as much as he's been injured and as much as he ran the ball, he got a smile on the sideline. That means he's playing next week, because he's gone through a lot in his career, injury-wise.
Sure has. He's going to drop over 3 different stools now in 7 starts to be 0-7, and that's no fun. But his running ability today was really special. Tysiu, Denmark, and they're going to track him down around the 30-yard line. So we're down to 4:35. Down to the last 4.5 minutes.
Yes. You know, you mentioned that Chubba has like an 0-8 record now.
0-7.
0-7. Is he the only one that gets the yell, or does any other guys on the team get?
I just said as a starter, you know.
But did the other starters get an L too?
Yeah, they should. They should.
Just him, right? And a coach and a head coach.
Drew Aller, by the way, now is 24-6 as a starter after today.
All right. We got it.
A couple of bad games last year. The only 2 really bad games were Ohio State and Notre Dame. Other than that, all his stats from the previous year got better. This guy's running hard, man. Corey Smith. And you look at strength of schedule around the Big Ten. The teams that have it the hardest: Wisconsin, Rutgers, Purdue, and Iowa. Yeah. Michigan has the easiest schedule.
And like a little bit of a dark horse, because you know, if their quarterback play improves, I mean, you know,
it can't anywhere go.
It's exactly right. And you know, you have to assume that, you know, a true freshman quarterback is going to get better every week.
Right. He is the starter, Bryce Underwood. His shovel pass. And got it to Rapplier. Right now, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, or Oregon. And look ahead, key opponents. Gary mentioned Oregon coming in here to a whiteout. Ohio State's already cleared one of those hurdles by beating Texas today.
Yeah, really interesting though for this Penn State schedule. They play, 3 games, obviously, that everybody knows they should win.
Right.
And then they got the whiteout game, but they have a bye before the Oregon game, and they have a bye, no game before Ohio State. So the schedule sets up well for them to be healthy for both the first game against Oregon, the big game. Now, every game is big. I get it. At Iowa, the key to this Penn State team is the middle of the year. At Iowa, then they get an off date at Ohio State and Indiana at home.
That'll be the meat of it. Here's a little swing pass out to Denmark again. He gets it to midfield. You can catch more gridiron action next Saturday at 8 Eastern over on CBS Sports Network as the Bruins of UCLA, the Big Ten, go on the road to take on the Rebels of UNLV in primetime. Nice hit. Rapelier, and he got it from Kenyon to Kent. This guy, you can see why they wanted him in the transfer portal.
Yep, he is a real tough, hard-nosed player, isn't he?
And a couple of interceptions and 51 tackles at Sacramento State last year. There's my vote for player of the week so far.
You know who's voting right with you?
Harrington. A little hug between those two. Wow, is he something? We did a lot of his games.
Sure did.
Penn State. And his son, LeVar Jr., is also a member of this team.
There's LeVar Arrington highlights just like Dennis Sutton, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, if you're an edge rusher or a linebacker, you probably played at some point here. There they are.
Who you like in this matchup?
I'd take LeVar, but I think Nate can outrun him by far.
So, yeah, if it's a running game, I'm going with LeVar. A passing game, I think Nate can beat him one-on-one.
And stopped on 4th and short.
Yep, now that is the winning play today for Nevada. Finishing the game the way Coach said, let's finish it with pride at the end of the game. Let's play right to the last play. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Play Nevada Wolfpack football.
And Bruce Nichols did so.
That's
Bruce
impressive.
Eccles, beg your pardon, Eccles.
That's pretty impressive. And that's where, so a lot of these guys are new. That's where you look around in the film room and you go, all right, I've been watching myself play, but I'm noticing I got a lot of teammates that are willing to lay it on the line too. That'll help them right there, that play.
A.J. Bianco, at quarterback, had it hit, but he still completed it. Got it to Ashton Hayes.
Ness, if I was Jeff Choate, I would start the film session on Monday when we get back with that play, that 4th down stop in the 4th quarter, down 46-3. That's how I'd start it. This is what I'm proud of.
Bianco is going to take off, shows his wheels, and he's got a big gainer and slides to a 1st down. One Gary's talking about was put on by Eccles, number 56.
Yeah, really three
there's 3
players.
guys there.
You know what I mean? That is what you're looking for. What we realize it's Penn State's backups, but to play hard when the score is 46-3, that's what you're looking for. That's what gets you to a bowl game right there.
Yep.
That type of effort.
Now to the final minute. A.J. Bianco still trying to line up and fire deep and throws it out of bounds.
Kind of had him. Good throw. Could have got him down to the 10-yard line. Wasn't his best.
He redshirted in 2022. In 2023, started a couple of games. Originally, he was a Hawaii commit. Talking about A.J. Bianco. Under a minute remaining on a 3rd down and 8 coming up. Little counter. Doesn't pick up the 8 yards. It'll be 4th down. So this is going to be win number 102 for James Franklin in his 12th season now at Penn State. Next up on that list, Rip Engel with 104 victories. And then Joe Paterno tops everybody's list with over 400.
Yeah, I think every direction that James Franklin looks in this game, every direction, it's a win-win-win. Healthy players, get your backup in. Quarterback has grown up and taken that next step so far. The wide receivers we brought in are as advertised. Yeah, a lot of things have gone right for Penn State today.
No doubt. And both running backs had a touchdown. In fact, Nick Singleton had 2.
Yeah, and the other win is they each carried the ball 8 times. You know, no wear and tear.
Neither one of them, Katron Allen or Nick Singleton, reached the next level on the Penn State rushing chart.
Correct.
Lydell Mitchell was next. And Lydell, your
okay.
spot is still safe until at least the next game.
They're coming.
Bianco throws down the middle, and he throws a strike and a first down. And it's Marcus Bellin who's been the best wideout today for the Wolfpack. He was a year ago and as a punt returner, and he showed it up here today again. They got it down in the red zone at the 19. Under 40 seconds. Bianco fires. This one's high and complete. Second down and 10, a little over a half minute to go.
Yes. Hey, come here, guys. Come here, guys. I'm working on my start here.
I think his start's just fine.
Right.
Bianco throws, got a man, just overshot him. And Brown, they're going to call it.
They did call it. Wonder if he got a tug on him that time. Just did he grab his jersey?
Colin Dinkins, I think, is going to be the guilty party.
Let's see if he grabbed the jersey. Yes, he did. Got a handful. Even with the white gloves, the referee caught that one.
Pass interference. Defense number 31. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's a pretty good call back there because that was tough to see.
Sure was.
White gloves, white jersey.
So with a half minute to go, opportunity here on a first and goal at the 4. Flag. This one's false start.
False start. Offense number 52. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Trent Scott playing on the left side. Jumped early. First and goal. The 9. Bianco fires far side. Touchdown, Bellin. Marcus Bellin, top target today for both quarterbacks, and the Wolfpack finally in the end zone.
Yeah, this is a busted coverage. Combo coverage. Not enough communication from the slot. You see the safety back here. One of these two guys have to cover that clear in combo coverage, and nobody runs with him. I mean, he's wide open as you can get.
Play into the end.
Yep, nice finish for this Wolfpack team.
No doubt, yeah. And they go for 2. This is a unique looking set. And he got it. 2-point conversion. Got it to Jet Carpenter. Good job for the Wolfpack on the drive. Take it down, cut it to 46-11 on a 50-yard drive at 8 plays. Took a minute and a half.
The truck just said I can draw. What do you want me to draw? I have no idea. Where am I supposed to go with my draw right here? There's guys all over the field. I was confused. Penn State was confused on that one. Truck says, go ahead and draw.
All I could call it was a unique lineup. That's,
yes, they were all over.
So Purdy didn't throw a touchdown pass today, but Bianco does. Had one last year, got one here early in the season. Just the fact that they finished the way they did is going to make the ride home a little bit better. I can tell you that much.
3 time zones, by the way. You know, came out here. That's been a story in the Big Ten a year ago, the 3 time zone trip.
Been a big story in our travel arrangements.
Well, we're going to test it, aren't we?
I guess so. Here's a pooch kick. No fair catch called. I guess there was. I didn't see it.
Fair catch signal was called. First down, Penn State.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew Rappelye is the guy that called the fair catch. I think his teammate back there did. So now Penn State, all they've got to do is take a knee, and they'll have the start they wanted, 1-0 on the season. As Gary said, they hope to play 16 or whatever it takes.
I think the 1-0 was pretty much a given. I think even Nevada would say we want to just play a competitive football game. I think the big win is the growth and health of the football team.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. It'll be first down.
You don't see that a lot, okay?
James just said snap the ball.
I know, you don't see a team up 35 with take a knee play not being confused, basically, right?
Yep.
What are you doing? You could hear him say it. Get up there, snap it. The game's over.
I don't think you have to huddle for this either. Let's just go.
Just get up there and snap. Oh, maybe they're not doing that.
Oh, maybe not.
Same difference, right?
Pretty much.
Cam Wallace.
Well, coach fired up over there. About ready to win 46-11.
I think Hunter Miller said the